We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. He died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
The best of quarter horse racing is always at Los Alamitos. The nation's top juveniles face off in trials for our richest race. The Los Alamitos 2 Million on Sunday, November 23rd. Golden State Million winner in force and Ed Burke Million winner Jess I'm Worth It are among the great stars in action. Then on Sunday, November 30th, super sophomores will race in the Southern California Derby Trials with shaking going on and astronomical 1, 2, 3 set to race. It's a November of thrills at Los Alamitos.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning.
All righty. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program as we come to you live and direct from the chilly gaming capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, right here at the South Point Studios at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex on Las Vegas Boulevard in your gaming capital, and on the South Point Streaming Network at YouTube. And, of course, our local radio station for those of you running around here early in the morning this morning, listening to us maybe on your car radio. Our radio station, our anchor station, Sports Talk, 1400 AM, 107.1 FM. And, of course, all of the other technology out there, the platforms that we have on the internet, etc. And, of course, your devices where you can get your apps for the YouTube or the radio station's KSHP app so you can hear us on your devices or anywhere you get your podcasting as well. We welcome you to the show as we finally get to the end of this big 4-day holiday weekend that ushers in the holiday season. We welcome you to the show. And today, horse players have an opportunity of getting that bankroll for all of their holiday gifts, because this is called Carryover Sunday. We're making it Carryover Sunday. And because of Churchill Downs and Del Mar's concluding their racing seasons today, the carryovers going into those two places are mandatory payoffs. Here's how it shakes out. Churchill Downs has a carryover in their pick six, their jackpot pick six. No more jackpot provision. The carryover, $451,889. $451,889 is sitting there waiting to be chopped up, along with all of the money that's going to be pushed in there today. They figure about $2 million in the pot for today's pick six at Churchill Downs. It's a mandatory payoff. The best tickets, even if it's not six, the best tickets will chop up all the money, the carryover money and the money bet into today. That's at Churchill Downs. Del Mar had a very, very unusual situation yesterday when the early pick five, compliments of a $100 plus horse that won in that sequence, nobody had the early pick five yesterday at Del Mar. Today is closing day at Del Mar, as it is at Churchill Downs, which means it's a mandatory payoff in the early pick five. That carryover, $329,973. The early pick five, the first five races today at Del Mar, and all the money pushed into it will all get chopped up with the best tickets. The early pick five today at Del Mar. And since it's closing day at Del Mar, no matter what the pool is for the pick six, that goes out the door as a mandatory too. All right? And just to add a little cherry on top of this carryover Sunday, pun intended, is, of course, a carryover in the pick six at Aqueduct today. Although it's not a mandatory, it's a carryover at Aqueduct today. Their pick six carryover, $79,410. And if you're going for a jackpot maybe in a super high five, got one of those too. Woodbine Super High 5 jackpot carryover is $214,854. And again, that is not a mandatory as well. So we got a lot of cash sitting out there for horse players to go at today as we wrap up the Thanksgiving weekend 2025, and we welcome you to the show. And before we get started on the show, I just want to tell everybody out there we want to be thankful, certainly here on the Race Day Show, for all of you out there that participate with us. I personally want to thank all of the audience and all of our handicappers that participate with us as well. And, of course, we want to thank the South Point for allowing us to do this for you. And so it's our thankful Sunday for sure. All righty. Now let's take a look at what happened yesterday, okay? Churchill Downs yesterday. Big day of racing, at Churchill Downs yesterday. It was the Stars of Tomorrow, the second Stars of Tomorrow program, where they had 12 races. All were 2-year-olds. So the first race, the winner there, Irad Ortiz Jr. got his first win of the day for Brad Cox's first winner of the day, paying $8.48. In the second race, Tyler Gaffleone and Brendan Walsh got together to win that one. Remember, these are all 2-year-olds now, $14.38. The third race, Brian Hernandez got in the act with his first win of the day for Greg Foley, paying $18.34. And the fourth race, which was the first of the 4 stakes races for 2-year-olds yesterday at Churchill Downs, the Ed Brown Stakes was won by Boyd, a Southern California 2-year-old shipper from Bob Bafford's barn. Flavian Pratt aboard Boyd and paid $3.48 with a solid victory in the Ed Brown, outrunning Big Dom and Straddale, who finished third. And then Tyler Gaffleone and Brendan Walsh got together to win their second race together in the fifth race, paying $34.34, outrunning a 1-to-5 shot It's Our Time. Now, It's Our Time, a well-touted horse in the race, went off at odds of 1-4, had the lead, turning for home, looked like he was going to sail along, and then suddenly just stopped running. Not only did he blow the victory, he ran off the board, finishing 5th in a 9-horse field. And it looked to me, and I texted Jonathan Hardoon later on, that is a typical look of a horse who might have bled in the race. Don't know that for a fact, but it looked like the horse might have bled in the race. We'll wait and see, but It's Our Time just absolutely stopped. It's the big prohibitive favorite in that race. Brendan Walsh, Tyler Gaffalione picked it up, which stopped the car, that stopped the clock, and won the race, paying $34.34. The 6th race, Brad Cox and Irad Ortiz Jr. got together again for their second win of the day with Kentucky Belle, paying $4.68. Brian Hernandez got his second win of the day in the 7th race for Kenny McPeak, paying $10.70. And then the 8th race, the second of the 4 stakes races, the Fern Creek for 2-year-old fillies. That winner there, On Time Girl, who made it on time to the winner's circle, for Irad Ortiz Jr. and Brad Cox, getting their 3rd win together yesterday in the Ferndale, paying $8.22. Paige Turner was 2nd. A Fine Chardonnay was 3rd. And for all of the accolades that Jonathan Hardoon gives Brad Cox, his pick ran 2nd to Brad Cox. So Mr. Hardoon, who has an immense respect for both Brian Cox and Flavien Prat, keep getting beat by both of those with his picks on the show, but his horse ran 2nd. All right, in the 9th race, Joe Sharp wins with Luis Saez, paying $25.56 in this race. Gotcha, the big favorite in the race, that John Lindo's pick, got a horrible trick. He was trapped on the inside all the way, never did have a chance to run. And Gotcha was buried again in the 2nd race of his career where he had a bad trip. But the winner, No Joke Joe, $25.56, Joe Sharp and Luis Saez. Then the 10th race was the centerpiece of the day, the $400,000 Jockey Club for 2-year-olds at 1 mile and 16th. And the winner there was the big prohibitive favorite, Further Ado. Again, Irad Ortiz Jr. and Brad Cox getting together for their 4th win of the day in the Jockey Club. $3.42 as the big favorite in the race, but make no mistakes about it. He ran off the screen in winning his last race, but he had to work hard to win the Jockey Club, outrunning Universe, who closed fast to be 2nd, and Soldier and Diplomat, who finished 3rd. Further Ado gave Brad Cox his 500th Kentucky Churchill Downs win. 500 wins at Churchill Downs for Brad Cox in the Jockey Club. And then we went to the Goldenrod, this for the 2-year-old fillies at 1 mile and 16th. And in this race, when they opened the gate, number 2, Essential Coffee, lost the rider at the start. And Corey Lannery was okay, but he came off of the horse at the start. And the winner of the race was Bella Ballerina from the 11 post, wins for Tyler Gaffalione and Brandon Walsh's 3rd win together yesterday. They won the Goldenrod, paying $10.28, outrunning Atropa and Just Singing, who finished 3rd in the race. Big long shot there, Just Singing. So Walsh and Gaffalione, 3, Cox and Ortiz, Irad, 4. And so in the 12th and final race, Brad Cox and Irad Ortiz Jr. capped off a big day at Churchill Downs by winning the 12th race for their 5th victory together yesterday, paying $5.54 as the favorite with Cannoneer. And again, in this race, the one horse, Circle Me, unseated her rider and ran loose around the racetrack for a while, was leading the pack. And so it was kind of tricky with the jockeys behind it. But at the top of the stretch, the loose horse just ran off the screen, and Irad and Brad Cox got the money in the 12th and final race. Pick 6 yesterday at Churchill. A lot of winners, $3,824.26. But what a day Brad Cox and Irad Ortiz Jr. and Tyler Gaffleone and Brendan Walsh had yesterday. Out of the 12 races, these two teams combined to win 8 of them yesterday at Churchill Downs. Big A, Aqueduct. Let's see how they got that carryover in the pick 6. Well, in the first race, Ricardo Santana got his first win of the day for Tom Morley, paying $4.70. Jamie Rodriguez got his first win of the day in the second race for Amelia Green, paying $10.86. The third race, the winner there, Higher Force. Of course, Higher Force gave Ruben Silveira his first win of the day for Rudy Rodriguez, paying $4.06. And Jerry J's Key Horse ran second, Fast and Frisky. The winner, Higher Force, was a link-up, so his reverse, Exacta, for $1 paid $7.55. Jerry's reverse play came in that race. Fourth race, Jamie Rodriguez gets his second win of the day for Horatio De Paz, paying $9.20. The fifth race, Chris Elliott gets his first win of the day for Orlando Noda, paying $18.78. And that team came right back in the sixth race to win the sixth race. Elliott and Noda again in the sixth, paying $7 even. So they won back-to-back races there. Eighth race, Ruben Silveira gets his second win of the day for Greg Charlieri, paying $22.68. And in this race, a horse that ran big in the race, even though he popped open the gate before the start of the race, the one horse, Prince of Dance, ran big in the race considering that mishap at the beginning of the race. Ninth race, Jamie Rodriguez gets his third win of the day for Chad Summers, paying $10.14. And the 10th and final race, Ricardo Santana, who won the first race, won the last race as well. His second win for John Ortiz paid $6.72. So, the winning prices in the pick 6, $18.78, $7 even, $16.06. $22.68, $10.14, and $6.76. And nobody put it together. So the Pick 6 has a carryover today of over $79,400. 5 out of 6 paid $2,449.15 yesterday at the Big A. Del Mar. At Del Mar, remember, they have a carryover in the early Pick 5, and this is how it happened. The first of the Pick 5 races, first race on the card, paid $12.20. The second race, the favorite wins that, paying $4.20. The third race, Mirko Demura and Richard Mandela got together to pay a $35.40 payoff in the third, a 2-year-old maiden filly. Total Val was her name. Fourth race, Doug O'Neill and Antonio Fresu get together for a $6 winner. But the fifth race blew it all up. In the fifth race, Call Sign 7, ridden by Ricky Gonzalez in the Seabiscuit Stakes, was last when they hit the top of the stretch and found room rolling up the rail in a blanket finish, got up and won, and paid $139 for a $2 win bet. Trained by Mark McCarthy. And when interviewed on FanDuel going to the winner's circle after the race, Mike McCarthy said he tried to get this horse several starts, but the races didn't fill, so he went into the Seabiscuit with a horse that he thought had a good chance, and he did. Call Sign 7 with a miraculous rail-running ride under Ricky Gonzalez blows up the Pick 5, and the Pick 5 carryover, $329,773. Then in the sixth race, for 2-year-old maiden fillies, Dottie Hinson, who was trailing the field by a zip code going down the backstretch in the 6-furlong race, got up and won from far behind under Wilfred Orantes, paying $31 even. Trained by Andy Mathis. You remember on the show yesterday when I asked John Lindo about what happened to Steve Miotti, that he didn't show up for his hearing with the racing board, and that he was suspended until he did. And John told us, when you see horses trained by Andy Mathis, a lot of them are the horses that Steve Miotti had in his barn that he transferred over while he's waiting to have his hearing. This was one of them. Dottie Hinson winning at $31. Then the Jimmy Durante Stakes was the 7th on the card, and Just Aloof wins that for Hector Barrios. Naturally, it's on the turf for trainer Chad Brown. Chad Brown sends out Just Aloof to win the Jimmy Durante at $8 even, outrunning Lottie Love and Yours Sincerely. And then in the Hollywood Derby, the 9th race on the card, the winner there was Salamis. Salamis, who came in from the East Coast, trained by Chad Brown, wins under Umberto Rispoli, paying $8.20, outrunning Tom's Magic and Test Score. Test Score had a terrible trip, never got out to run his race in time. He finishes 3rd. The winner, Chad Brown. So Chad Brown wins 2 out of the 3 stakes races yesterday at Del Mar, an $8.20 winner. And then we wrap it up with a $5.80 horse for Phil D'Amato and a $17.40 horse for Leonard Powell. Altogether, the pick 6 yesterday paid $52,989 at Del Mar, but they have that big carryover in the early pick 5 at Del Mar today from yesterday. Finally, at Gulfstream Park on the championship meeting there, Rohan Crichton, trainer Rohan Crichton got his first win of the day in the 3rd race with Joe Bravo aboard, paying $660. Came back in the 4th race, right back in the 4th race with Tony Thomas in the 4th race for 2 in a row. And then Emicial Jaramillo won 3 races in a row. He won the 5th race, the My Dear Girl Stakes for 2-year-olds with Mythical, paying $2.20 for Jorge Delgado. Dear Greatly finished 2nd. Win the Bet Only finished 3rd. Jaramillo came back in the 6th race for Carlos David, paying $8.40, and then won the 7th race for Lisa Bartkowski, paying $5.40. Jaramillo ripped off 3 in a row at Gulfstream yesterday. And then the In Reality Stakes, the other big stakes race on the day, won by Strategic Risk. Javier Castellano aboard. Javi and Mark Cassie get together to win that, paying $14.60, outrunning The Town, and Roger the Dana, who finished 3rd. Pick 6, remember, it was a mandatory payoff yesterday at Gulfstream Park. Winning prices in the pick 6, $8.40, $5.40, $12.40, $8 even, $14.60, and $12.20. The pick 6 paid $13,268.58 on that mandatory in the jackpot yesterday at Gulfstream. But we've got plenty of mandatories and good stuff happening today as we lower the curtain both on Churchill Downs and Del Mar. We got a lot to do. Our handicappers with us today, Jonathan Hardoon, Rich Ing, and Jerry Jacovitz. John Lindo is in transit back to Southern California, but he left me a pick for you, and the Lindo Report as well is available for Del Mar today here at the South Point, as it usually is. Enough said in the first break. Let's go, and we'll be right back.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
The best of quarter horse racing is always at Los Alamitos. The nation's top juveniles face off in trials for our richest race, the Los Alamitos 2 Million on Sunday, November 23rd. Golden State Million winner Enforce and Ed Burke Million winner Jess I'm Worth It are among the great stars in action. Then on Sunday, November 30th, Super Sophomores will race in the Southern California Derby Trials with shaking going on and astronomical 1, 2, 3 set to race. It's a November of thrills at Los Alamitos.
All righty, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Here in Las Vegas, it's a little chilly out there. It's 43 degrees right now. We're going to get up to 63 today. So it's only a 20-degree difference between the lows and the highs. And this is the way it's going to be for the rest of the week here as we start welcoming all of the Cowboys for the National Finals Rodeo coming up next week. But it's going to be cold in the morning and quite chilly in the afternoon, but it's always fast, firm, and perfect in the race book. You know that. Anyhow, weather around the country, it looks like there's some action going on as far as rain is concerned down there in New Orleans, making its way up through Alabama and Georgia, etc., and then making it all the way up. It's just like a straight line, a tilted line that goes up through the Washington and New York. So we'll wait and see about that. If you watch some of the football games yesterday, college football games, there was a lot of snow in a lot of places there in the Midwest. So we'll wait and see about that. We have a short menu today. Believe it or not, there's only 7 racetracks on our menu today. But as far as the temperatures are concerned, yeah, we'll give it to you. Brownsville, Texas, 77 degrees. It's still the warmest place in the country, that's for sure. And as far as other metropolises, Miami, 79 with a little bit of chance of a rain. New York, 48 with a little chance of a rain coming in later on today there. Chicago is 30, going to get only to freezing, 32 degrees. That's going to be the high, but certainly a little snow and rain in there. And then, of course, Los Angeles, where Del Mar is out, 65 degrees, so it'll be okay. They're a little chilly for Southern California, but that'll be all right. No rain, though, etc. And Phoenix, Arizona, 73 degrees, okay, for Turf Paradise. So let's get started. Of course, I don't think Turf Paradise is running today. We'll find out right now on the menu, won't we? Here's the menu of racetracks available today. First post times are Pacific. You know the deal. If you're not in the Pacific time zone, adjust to it so you don't miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad, okay? Here we go. We begin with Laurel Park. Laurel Park has 9 races today, and their first post time at Laurel is set at 9 a.m. They've got a small pick 6 jackpot carryover, $1,048 at Laurel today. 9 races, 9 a.m. All right, Aqueduct, the Big A in New York. You already know about those conditions out there. We'll get the latest from Jonathan Hardoon. 9 races today at Aqueduct. First post time is at 9:10. Their carryover in their pick 6 today, $79,410. Not a mandatory, but it's $79,410 today. Pick 6 carryover at Aqueduct. First post time, 9:10. Then we have Gulfstream Park, 10 races at Gulfstream. As we said, it was a mandatory payoff on their pick 6 jackpot yesterday, so they'll start it anew today. 10 races today at Gulfstream. First post time is at 9:20. Churchill Downs, closing day at Churchill. Everything goes out the door. Mandatory payoffs that take the jackpot provision off the pick 6 carryover, sitting there at $451,889. All goes out the door today. 12 races. Feature race is the Cherokee Mile. That'll be the 11th race on the 12-race card, going a mile for 3-year-olds and up. In this race, the favorite at 2-1 is Dragoon Guard with Irad Ortiz Jr. aboard before any scratches. We'll wait and see if we can get some of the scratches for you. There's the 12 races, full fields for most of them, and a first post time of 10 a.m. Of course, the pick 6, the last 6 races on the card are where the fullest fields are. It's a 20-cent base bet, but a big carryover and a mandatory payoff today at Churchill. First post time is at 10 a.m. All right, and with the 12-race card, pick 6 will start in the 6th race. Okay? I'm sorry, it will start in the 7th race. The 7th race is the first pick 6 race today at Churchill with the 12 races. All right, Woodbine. Woodbine Super High 5 jackpot carryover is nice as well, $214,854. It's not a mandatory, but that's the carryover there in their Super High 5 jackpot carryover. They also have a pick 6 jackpot carryover of $5,925. They got 10 races today at Woodbine. with a first post time of 10:05. And then we go to closing day at Del Mar. Del Mar, everything goes out the door today, but whoa, everybody's looking to get involved with that early pick 5. The early pick 5 carryover. $329,973, a 50-cent base bet. That first post time, which starts the early pick 5, is at 12:30 today for the 9 races. We got 4 stakes races today, though. The Cecil B. DeMille will go as the 3rd race at a mile on the turf for 2-year-olds. Big 7-5 favorite there is Hey Nay Nay with Flavien Prat aboard. Then the Stormy Liberal, 5 furlongs on the turf, will be the 5th race on the card in that race. Morning line favorite, lukewarm at best, is Unconquerable Keen, Umberto Rispoli aboard there. And then the Matriarch, the Grade 1 Matriarch, at a mile on the turf for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, a 10-filly mare field. And in this race, the morning line favorite, 3-1, is AG Bullet, with John Velasquez coming out to ride there in the Matriarch. AG Bullet in the 7th race, the Matriarch. And then the 8th race is the Bayacoa Stakes at a mile for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. This is on the main track, the Matriarch on the turf. This one has 9 going to the post before scratches, and Hope Road is the big 3-5 favorite there with Juan Hernandez aboard. 9 races on this closing day at Del Mar. And again, first post time, 12:30. All right, we wrap it up then in Southern California with Los Alamitos. They've got 8 races today at Los Al. First post time is at 5:10. Their pick 6 carryover, $9,997. 8 races, 2 thoroughbred, 2 mixed breed, 4 quarter horse races. The last 2 will be trials at 400 yards for 3-year-olds. And that first post time is at 5:10. And that is your menu for today. We now go out to Jonathan Hardoon standing by. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. Happy carryover Sunday to you, my friend.
Yeah, boy, this is we could get early Christmas presents here. That's for sure.
People are going to be firing away, hoping for a miracle. But the Churchill pick 6 is very difficult. It's certainly going to pay if you get lucky enough. The early races in that pick 6 are very hard. So you're going to have to go deep and then gamble in certain spots.
All right, that's a 20-cent base bet, so you can maneuver a little bit there. You know, they're big fields and wide open. But what about the early pick 5 at Del Mar? 1 race less to put together. It's a 50-cent bet. How does the early pick 5 to you look?
I mean, it's okay. Again, it's not going to be $1 million to hit it. That's for sure. And you're going to have to gamble. There are some tough races, like everything else, Ralph. You know, there are hard races involved in some of these layouts when you're going horizontal. But it is what it is, and you just have to gamble in the right spots and hope you're right.
Well, talking about gambling in the right spots. You wave the flag hard and heavy for Brad Cox, and you have the immense respect for Flavien Prat. But these 2 guys have been your nemesis recently with the picks that you've had on the show. Your horses have run big, but you've been getting beat by either Brad Cox or Flavien Prat. What a day Cox had yesterday, huh?
Between Cox and Walsh, they won 8 races. What do you have, 11 or 12 races? Yeah. They won 8 races between them. And Brad Cox, I believe, had 5 winners out of 7 starters. So he had a great day. He's a great trainer. You know, this was the first year. It was kind of slow for him. Not many horses in the Breeders' Cup, a couple that ran on the grass, but no dirt horses. And he wasn't part of the Triple Crown this year for the first time. But he will come back strong next year. I could guarantee it.
Well, along with him and Walsh having big days, their stable riders also had a big day because Irad rode all 5 of Brad Cox winners, and Tyler Gaffleon was aboard Brendan Walsh horses.
Yeah, it's surprising. You know, Pratt was Pratt there? Yeah, Pratt was there. He could have ridden some for Cox because he rode on Friday for Cox, a couple of them. And slowly but surely, Ortiz is becoming the main stable rider. You know, for years they had Florent Giroux, and he had success with them, but I guess they're going in a different direction now.
Well, especially since Irad is kind of
available.
He's basing himself in Kentucky in that circuit now, and Brad does more work there than he ever did, I believe, in New York. But, Flavien Prat won a race. He won for Bob Baffert in the stakes race. So
exactly.
all the big guys were covered yesterday.
Yeah. we don't have to worry about them having dinner this week.
That's right. That's right.
A good
Well,
day, yes.
let's take a look at some of the races that at Churchill and Del Mar, if you would. Looking at the Cherokee Mile, which was the feature race at Churchill Downs, the 11th race on the card. It's a one-turn mile because they only have one. The configuration says a one-turn mile at Churchill, where they start way back behind buildings, etc. You never see the horses from the grandstand unless you're watching TV until they run almost the first eighth of a mile, and then they meet up with the main track. But nevertheless, Cherokee Mile has it has an interesting field in it. Dragoon Guard, the 2-1 favorite with Irad Ortiz Jr. and you know who.
Brad Cox.
There you go.
And I'm going to pick a different horse in the race.
Oh, there you go again. Okay, well, I got my exacta box then for sure.
I'm a glutton for punishment, but I like the number 3 horse in there, Moonlight. Jose Ortiz climbs aboard for trainer Chris Block. This horse has been all over. Runs at Keelan, Churchill, Fairgrounds. This is a good horse, Ralph. He's getting better now. He's 2 for 4 at Churchill, and he's 2 for 3 at the distance. You're getting 5-1 on the morning line. First time Jose Ortiz back aboard. He rode this horse in the past and actually won on him. I like the 3 Moonlit in here.
Well, okay.
Moonlight.
You got brother Jose trying to beat brother Irad in that race, so you're okay. The 3 horse Moonlight.
No Pratt there, so I'm okay. There's no Pratt to beat me.
No,
so.
there's no Pratt factor today. The Pratt factor is at Del Mar today.
Exactly.
So the Cherokee Mile goes through, you believe, number 3 Moonlight, which is a nice 5-1 on the morning line with Jose aboard. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm doing an exacta box. The 311, right? Yeah, I'm not going to take any chances there. That's for sure. You do, by the way, have an official. Let me ask you this: you said it's a tough pick 6 sequence, but if you had to single a horse anywhere in the pick 6, I think you might be going to the horse that you have designated as your play for the show for the day.
Well, I designated a horse in what race? On the
ninth.
grass. I know that. The 9th race,
Yeah.
right. And this horse is 12-1 on the morning line, Ralph. This is, by the way, you have a late scratch in there. Number 2, Walaka will come out. The rest of them go.
Okay.
And this is a mile and 1/8 on the turf. You may get a couple of more scratches because you have 3 horses on the AEs, but the late scratch was the 2 Welka. Now that I totally confused everybody, I like a price horse in here, Ralph. Number 8, Fort Thomas, a 4-year-old colt from the George Arnold barn. Alex Concepcion aboard to ride. This race is going to set up well for this horse. 12-1 is just a crazy price. Listen, I know everyone's making pick 6s. All I'm telling you is to make sure you include this horse. You don't want to get beat by a horse like this at a big price.
Okay, so you didn't designate it as your single, but you designated it as a horse that you need to put in your sequence at a nice price and is also the pick of the day here for you on the race day show. The 9th race, number 8, Fort Thomas with Axel Concepcion aboard. The 8 in the 9th, right?
Yeah, the closest I can come to a single, Ralph, is a 10th race, number 3. Tap into this. This horse ran huge last time out for Steve Asmussen, and Tyler Gaffleone takes the mount. If you had to force a single, this would probably be it.
Let me ask you this. Is Keith, is he the trainer of the 2-horse Dymatic? Is Steve the trainer there too? Yeah. So Steve has 2 horses, right? They're going to break side by side. I asked that because his son is riding the 2-horse at 15-1, and and we all know what the old saying is for horse players: if there's an uncoupled entry with the trainer, take the longest price. Just making that observation, not saying it should be done though. But you like Steve's horse that's the favorite. Tap into this in the 10th race at Churchill. All righty. Well, let's take a look at the early pick 5 at Del Mar, and the early pick 5 at Del Mar includes a couple of stakes races, by the way. The 3rd race will be the Cecil B. DeMille, which, Flavian Pratt, as you duly noted, is at Del Mar today, and he's riding the 7-5 morning line favorite, Hey Nay Nay, and this one has a good resume.
He does, and he was last seen in the Breeders' Cup, Ralph, where he encountered trouble when he was breaking from a tough post. I think he's just better. He's just better than these, and obviously the horse to beat.
You know, I know that somebody did a statistic, and I wonder if it's out there somewhere, where horses that run in the Breeders' Cup if they run again in the year before the end of the year in another stakes race, the equation there is not as great as it used to be. And it makes sense because, trainers are gearing their horses up for Breeders' Cup Day, not, a race 3 weeks from there.
Absolutely, because usually they'll react off of those efforts because Breeders' Cup Day they're supposed to put in their maximum effort.
Sure.
But a case like this where a horse had trouble and never really got to run his race, it may not apply so much because, it wasn't a big effort because he had trouble. And when you get a horse going head and head or nose and nose, whatever, and then they come back, well, those horses, I think, have a better chance of reacting than. And
that's exactly why I said that, because that's exactly what I thought you were going to say, because this horse did have a altered trip, let's say, in his bid for the Breeders' Cup. All righty. And the final in the early pick 5 is the second of the 4 stakes races, the Stormy Liberal, going 5 furlongs on the turf in this race. And this looks like a wide open affair. I think it just looks like you got to go pretty deep in this race.
Yeah, I would actually make a case for almost every horse in the race with the exception of the 8 Navy Bell, and that's Johnny V's taking the mount for Mark Ladd. So I wouldn't leave many horses out here. I do like a price horse in this race, Ralph. The number 7, Booksmart. But again, I'm telling you, Ralph, 7 or 8 horses you can make a case for, and he's just one of them. I liked him because he was 8-1. He was 2 for 3 at Del Mar and 2 for 3 at the distance. So.
Yes, you're absolutely right. It's going to be a charge to the wire for all that big money in the early pick 5 fifth race. And of course, we have the Matriarch, which is a grade 1, always a nice race to win at a mile on the turf, and the Bayakoa. If you have any thoughts about either one of them, that's fine. If you don't, we'll just get to your 2 other picks for the show.
Yeah, let's do the radio plays.
Okay, go.
Okay, so Aqueduct, it's starting to rain here as we speak, but it's not going to be a lot of rain. It's just going to be on and off annoying showers throughout the day. I don't think it'll have much effect on the track. Okay. So the first of our 2, second of our 3 race day Las Vegas plays comes in the 7th race today. And the number 7 horse in here, Celestial Glaze. Leighton Luzzy, who finally got off the schneid yesterday. He was, I think, 0 for 45. Well, he won a race yesterday. And Dick Dutrow was the trainer. Dick Dutrow is the trainer of this horse. He should get a good trip in here. He's listed at 6-1 on the morning line. Number 7, Celestial Glaze, wins the 7th race. Late scratch in there, Ralph, of number 6, Sergeant Caps.
All right. I was about to ask you that. Your original pick on this was number 6, Sergeant Caps. And by the way, Sean was looking at me a little funny as well because you sent over the 6 Sergeant Caps, but he has been scratched. So your alternate in the race and your play for the show in the 7th race, number 7, Celestial Glaze, the 7 Celestial Glaze. And see, Sean got it up right away for us anyhow. So in the 7th race.
It's quick.
Yes, 7 in the 7th race. All right, wrap it up with Del Mar, I guess.
Race 6 today, 6.5 furlongs on the main track. I like the number 5 horse in here. See Through It. Graneja Vallejo sends out this horse. Thiago Pierre reunites. He rode this horse 2 starts back when he won. I guess he was out of town or missed his last mount because he wasn't on this horse, but he rides him regularly. Yeah. He's listed at 6-1 on the morning line. He likes this track. Should get a good setup in here. Number 5, See Through It, wins today's 6th race out at Del Mar.
All right, 6th race at Del Mar, the 5 See Through It, the 5 See Through It. Piera might have been on the sidelines during that period of time. Remember, he had an injury, so he was on the sidelines.
That's what I think it was.
Yeah. So in the 6th race, the 5 See Through It gets reunited with his winning rider, Thiago Piera. 6th race, the 5. You have full sheets available for Del Mar with that carryover, for Churchill with that carryover, for Aqueduct with that carryover, and the championship meet at Gulfstream.
Which they gave out the pick 6 yesterday.
Yeah, right.
There was no carryover today. JONHARDOON.com. Thank you, Ralph.
All right. Thanks a lot, Jonathan. And take a couple of days off, pal.
I'll see you Wednesday. Thanks,
okay.
Ralphie.
All right. We're going to come back. We're going to do only one break because we went a little long on the show so far. And we've still got Rich Eng and Jerry Jacovitz and John Lindo's picks for you. So we're going to jam in one break for you, and then we come back and we'll wrap up the show. Don't go away.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world.
The best of quarter horse racing is always at Los Alamitos. The nation's top juveniles face off in trials for our richest race. The Los Alamitos 2 Million on Sunday, November 23rd. Golden State Million winner in force and Ed Burke Million winner Jess I'm Worth It are among the great stars in action. Then on Sunday, November 30th, super sophomores will race in the Southern California Derby Trials with shaking going on at astronomical 1, 2, 3 set to race. It's a November of thrills at Los Alamitos.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All right, getting back to the Race Day Show, let's go out to Rich Yang standing by. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
A lot of interesting college football games yesterday, some in the snow, and I mean heavy snow at times, and certainly your pick, Oregon, pulled away in the second half of that game to win, and so you got a winner there yesterday. And we have, believe it or not, since it's Sunday, we've got a full rack, or almost a full rack of NFL action, the teams that didn't play on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, at this time of year, college and pro, the college teams like Ohio State and Oregon and Ole Miss, they were playing for, trying to get into the college football playoffs. Now we'll see who gets in as the 12 teams there. There's going to be teams that are finished 13th, 14th, and 15th that are going to be really ticked off, but everybody can't get in. Same with the National Football League. You've got so many divisions and wild card positions up for grabs. So for a lot of teams, Ralph, from this week on, every week's like a playoff game.
Yeah, no kidding. What about today? What do we got today for the NFL?
I tell you what, let's go to game 473, 474. It is the San Francisco 49ers against the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to go with the 49ers. I know a lot of people don't like to play a warm weather team going into bad weather. It's going to be snowy and cold and, all that kind of jazz at Cleveland. But I think the biggest barometer for me to pick this game, Ralph, is the quarterbacks. You've got Brock Purdy, who's proven himself to be one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League, and his contract shows it, against a rookie making his second career start, Shedeur Sanders. Now, Sanders looked pretty good last week, but I tell you what, they were playing a team called the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Raiders made a lot of quarterbacks look good. So I got to be proven that Sanders is going to be able to step up and lead the Browns. I'll take the 49ers -5 in a must-win game.
All right, 49ers -5 against the Browns in a game that might be in snow. So we'll wait and see about that.
Yep.
All right, you got a full sheet of handicapping today at Del Mar, and especially taking a look at that for the early pick 5. And we'll take a pick from you.
Yeah, my horse yesterday ran second. He got a perfect trip, just could not get to the winner at the last part of the race. Let's go to race 5 at Del Mar. It's the Stormy Liberal, 5 furlongs on the grass. I'm going to go with the rail horse, the number 1, Big City Lights. This horse did run in the Breeders' Cup Sprint, was no factor in the race. In fact, ran so little, I don't think there's any chance of a bounce because the horse finished way, way back. But this horse has a lot of speed figures, Ralph, that can upset this field. And also, I've had good luck with Mirko de Moro. I think I'm 2 for 2 wins with him. So let's go with the 1, Big City Lights, in the Stormy Liberal.
All right, the 5th race, the anchor race in the early pick 5 with that big carryover. The Stormy Liberal Stakes, you like the 1 horse, Big City Lights, with Mirko de Muro aboard, the 1 in the 5th race at Del Mar. Don't forget a full sheet of handicapping for all the races today at Del Mar right now at the website's racedaylasvegas.com. Hey, thanks a lot, Richie, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Have a couple of nice days off. We'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Hey, thanks, Ralph. Good luck, everybody.
All righty. As we told you, today is closing day at Churchill Downs and at Del Mar. Southern California will switch to Los Alamitos. That starts on Friday. And, of course, the Kentucky racing for the winter will switch over to Turfway Park next week as well. As far as the Lindo report is concerned, next week, John tells me that on Thursday he'll have the late pick 5 at Gulfstream Park available as his Lindo report. On Friday, opening day at Los Al, we'll have Los Alamitos. And also he'll have the late pick 5 at Gulfstream Park on that day, on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, of course, he'll have Los Alamitos with no problem. And, of course, he said he might do something else, and that'll be to be determined as the week moves forward. But John will be back with us, of course, on Wednesday. The Lindo report is available today for Del Mar, right here at the South Point, covering all the races at Del Mar. He has a suggested late pick 4, and, of course, you'll have his picks for the early pick 5 as well. The complete Lindo report available right now, exclusively here at the South Point Racebook. It's free of charge, complimentary. Only place you can get it, and the gaming capital is right here at the South Point because they love horse players here, and certainly John Lindo's Lindo Report. Now, John is on the road heading back down to Southern California, but he leaves me a pick, and it happens to come in the same race that John Lindo, that Richie Ang picked. So now I got a Siraco play for today. He goes to the Stormy Liberal as well. It's the fifth race on the card at 5 furlongs on the turf. In the fifth race, John Lindo likes Yellow Card. That is number 4 on the program. Number 4, Yellow Card with Kazuchi Kimura is John Lindo's pick for the Stormy Liberal. That's the fifth race on the card. His official pick here is the 4, Yellow Card. So the Siraco exacta play will be the 1-4-4-1 in that race. John's pick is the 4. Jerry Jacovitz is having a problem with his connection. Oh, we got him? Yeah. Let's go to Jerry. I didn't see Jerry here. Here he is. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've seen Richie with a little beard.
Yeah. He's getting a new look, that's for sure. All right. Thanks a lot, Rich. Right. We'll talk to you on Wednesday. Well, he's gone. Okay. Anyhow, Richie's gone. So, Jerry, we got a reverse play out of you yesterday. What are we doing today?
All right, let's go to the 7th. We're going to do the 7th and the 7th. The 7th at Aqueduct.
Okay.
We have Celestial Gaze, the number 7 horse. A lot of 7s flying all over the place. This beautiful play at 6-1 for Dick Dutro.
Mm-hmm.
Third race in a cycle. There's just a lot of things that I think are attractive. I'll take the 7 over the 1, 2, 4, and 6. Reverse 1, 2, 4, and 6 back over the 7. But the 7, gee, anything better than 7-2 seems like a very rich play to me.
All right. In this race, number 6, Sergeant Caps has been scratched. The 6 is out. And so you like the 7 over 1, 2, 4, right?
Correct.
Okay. And by the way, I got a Good Housekeeping handicapper seal of approval on this race because Jonathan Hardoon also liked this horse and gave this out on the show as well. So we got a double whammy on this. In the 7th race, number 7, Celestial Gaze. At anything close to that 6-1 is a bargain, Jerry says. So the 7 over 1, 2, 4, and reverse. Don't forget to reverse. Jerry's pick as well in the 7th at Aqueduct. And we'll go to the 7th at Del Mar.
Yeah, we'll do the 7th. And we'll come up with number 6, Ozara. This race reminds me of like an old-time trotting race up at Yonkers. All the good horses are on the outside in the stakes race.
Mm-hmm.
I love this. The 6 Ozara. This is second off a layoff. Had a tough trip at Keeneland last time out. Should improve off of that race. The top end on this horse is very, very good.
Uh-huh.
I'll take the 6 over the 7, 8, 9. Reverse 7, 8, 9 back over the 6. Ozara. That's going to be my feature play in pop-out key. And again, the price is fantastic, 8-1. I think anything over 4-1 is very fair.
The 7th race is the Matriarch Stakes. So you like the 6 Ozara and the 6 over 7, 8, 9 and reverse. And the 6 is the play in the 7th. Jerry J's Power Pages for all of Aqueduct and all of Del Mar available right now at jerryjspowerpage.com. And just giving you a heads up there, folks, Jerry J's Power Page for the early pick 5 at Del Mar has a couple of pop-out keys and a couple of stars as well in those first 5. So make sure you check out Jerry J's Power page for Del Mar today, and also at Aqueduct.
Definitely.
JerryJ'sPowerPage.com. All right, we wrap up the week. One more thing to say. Say it, Jerry, quick.
Have a great race day, everybody.